Are we gonna do best things or no?
Yes. I didn't plan anything though. We'll have to figure out. And I
Hi,
didn't.
everyone. We are live.
Hello, hello. Yes, we are. I'm going to go over here and fiddle around because
Yeah, fiddle,
Facebook has
fiddle. Hi,
changed everything. So
I'll
we
talk while you do your fiddling. Hi, I'm Denise and Bessie, CEO and founder of Vibes Music and Muscle Mix Music. And we have Kelly Coulter. She's going to tell you about who she is in just a few minutes. And
yeah.
I'm realizing that I'm watching Kelly on the screen right now, and I'm trying to wipe away a little crumb, but I think she has a nose ring in. Do you have a nose?
Me? I've always had a nose ring.
I never noticed that. That's
Are you
so interesting.
serious?
I just can't believe I'm like this. I'm trying to wipe it
Wait,
away. I'm like,
right there.
so, there it is. There it is. I never knew that.
I have
Anyway,
had that for 3 years.
wow. Okay. I am really particularly excited about today's webinar because one of my favorite people is going to be here today. Aruna, I got to pronounce her last name, Chinnakotla. And
Chinnakotla.
Chinnakotla. She is amazing. I met her. I'm going to tell you the story on how I met her. I met her and her friend Nirmala. I don't know how many years ago now. We're talking a long time, maybe 10 years ago. And we were at a conference. It may have been Fitness Fest. She'll clear it up, I'm sure. SCW.
Aw,
I don't know.
Fitness Fest. We just missed Fitness Fest. It was in
Yes,
Arizona
we
last
did.
weekend. Yeah.
Yes, we did. And she and Nirmala, I reached out to them and said, "Hey, I want to have a meeting." And we couldn't meet at a particular time. And they're like, "Come to my hotel room." I didn't even know them. They didn't even know me. And I went to their hotel room and we were instant friends. We clicked. She and Nirmala are amazing people, and we're going to talk to her. So I'm really excited. She's an internist and palliative care medicine doctor. She practices palliative care, end of life at her hospital there in Northern California. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. She's board certified in internal medicine, palliative care, integrative holistic medicine, obesity medicine diplomat, and boarded in lifestyle medicine. She's also a fitness enthusiast and she teaches online boot camp. She has a really great website called Be Simply Awesome. It's a boot camp company. She's certified instructor. She created the program and trains other instructors. She's also certified senior fitness specialist. So
What I
I'm,
think is so cool is, if you don't mind me jumping in,
oh, yeah,
is just the fact that we've got someone who's a fitness instructor and a practicing MD. Because
me too.
Um, I think that there are a lot of MDs who would like to be involved in that way, but they don't take the time or have the time. So I really think her perspective is going to be super unique and useful to all of us.
I agree. And that's why I'm excited about this because you're right. When would we ever have an MD? Very rarely do you meet an MD that teaches fitness classes. So
Yeah.
this is going to be great.
There's not enough money in it to keep
Yeah.
an interest of someone who's an MD.
Yeah, and they're very busy. They have very busy lives and
Yeah.
schedules and stuff. So yeah, this is going to be great. I can't wait to hear. She apparently is going to be talking fitness lessons from an MD, 3 ways you can become an even more impactful leader. So we're going to talk about that.
Yay. Okay, well, let's introduce ourselves and we'll talk about our best things. And if Aruna wants to talk about a best thing, we can get hers too.
Okay.
All right, so I'm Kelly Coulter. I am obsessed with helping fitness instructors and personal trainers make money with what we do because, as we just said, there's oftentimes no money in it. And we're running around doing too many one-on-one and per session pay gigs, and it wears us out. And then we end up quitting. And the average lifespan for a personal training career is 4 months. Did you know that?
The career is 4 months?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Most
did
people
not
go
know
into
that.
personal training and quit right away.
Wow, I had no idea.
Fitness instructors, we tend to stay with it longer, but we're doing it as a hobby or a side gig,
It's a
and it shouldn't
passion.
be that
Yeah,
way.
it's a
Yeah,
passion
it's a
project.
passion gig and it should make money. Anything that you do should
Yep,
make money. So
absolutely.
I I teach business skills to fitness instructors and personal trainers and teach them how to make their thing make money. And
That's great.
Denise introduced herself. She's the CEO and founder of the
Vibes Music.
um,
The Vibes Music app, it can be found on, it's available in both iOS and Android,
mm,
and it has all the popular music that you hear on Spotify today. But it has the extra special feature of being able to change the tempo and create your own playlist and beat mixed albums. So,
something that you taught me recently that I was not aware of is that when you partnered with Universal in order to get the licensing that you have so that fitness instructors and trainers can use popular music by the original artist by using the Vibes app, and especially the part where where they can use it on video and you've got that
mhm,
license, that you
mhm.
also had to get a special license in order to allow people to make playlists and be able
Mm.
to like rearrange playlists. I didn't realize that's like its
Yeah, yeah.
own piece of
Everything, well,
licensing.
yeah, because you're a lot of times the labels will consider that a derivative work if you're creating, changing the tempo or changing the way by mixing songs,
Mhm.
you miss out on like the end of a song or the beginning of a song. So it could be considered a derivative work, meaning
So
another
that's why
version.
it has to have its own license.
Right, right.
Okay,
It's
so
pretty,
that's
so
why.
yeah, 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 interesting, right? Well, one of the trends today on TikTok is songs that are sped up really fast. I don't know if you ever heard that. And special licenses are given for that. So
That's
it's kind
crazy.
of crazy,
So
yeah.
that's why, like, you know how there are some people, I'm not going to name names, that are out there like changing the music. And the theory is that if you take a work and you change it by like 25%, that the copyright is invalid and they'll like sell you this
I don't
popular
necessarily know if
music that
it's
is made into
I don't know
30
if it's
seconds.
25%, but yeah, the idea is that you're creating a derivative work. Yeah, a new version of the song. And if there's a new version of the song, you need to get authorization from the rights holders. So, and pay.
Interesting. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
What
I
was your
do have
best
a
thing for
best thing. I have a best thing for this week, and it's music related, of course.
Excellent.
Um, Madonna, 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 Madonna,
We only got
Madonna.
4 minutes to save the world.
That's right. So Madonna, I thought this was really cool. She went on tour this year, and her celebration tour. I did not see her, sadly, but I've seen her so many years in a row. I just figured I'd skip. But to end her tour, she performed a free concert in Rio, in Brazil. Free. That
Free.
was her last night outdoors on the beach, and she drew a crowd of 1.6 million people. She set a record, largest concert audience ever in the history of a single artist show.
Love it.
So
Whoop,
very, very
whoop.
cool. Yeah, I thought that was great. I mean, look,
Who
you
run
know
the
what? She's
world,
done some
girls?
crazy things. She's definitely got some shenanigans. Like her or hate her music is amazing. And it's especially been her music's been heard in every fitness class all over the world for the last 2, 3 decades. So
Amazing.
yeah. So anyway, that's my thing. What about you?
Oh my gosh. I didn't plan a best thing, but let me think about, well, my daughter's senior prom was Saturday. That was a
Oh,
best
I
thing for
love that.
sure.
That was definitely your best thing. Yeah, for sure.
It
That
was
was your
so
best.
good. Yeah, it was really good. They were all gorgeous, and they allowed me to make them dinner.
Wow.
So our house is a remodel project. We've talked about that before. So I had to do it out on the porch. We have like a wraparound porch, and so I made it like really special and did a balloon arch.
Pictures, pictures. I want to see pictures.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll put a picture in the Grow Your
Yeah,
Business
will you?
group for you
That would be
guys,
great. Yeah, I
and I'll
really want to see a
put
picture.
yeah,
It'd be nice. It'd be really nice to see that.
it
It's
was so
graduation time for everybody, you know. It's the
mhm.
time of year. School's coming to an end.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right, shall we?
Let's bring on. So you've already talked about who Aruna is. Aruna is an MD and a fitness instructor. We're going to talk to her about 3 lessons from an MD and fitness instructor that we can all use to help improve our clients' health.
I can't
And with
wait.
that, let me do it this way.
Aruna Chinnakotla.
Chinnakotla.
Hi, Kelly. Hi,
Hello.
Dennis. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Thank
So
you for
good to see
having me
you.
here. Good seeing you too.
Very excited to have you. Very excited to see you.
Thank you for the
I adore
opportunity.
you. Mwah, mwah. What show was that, Aruna, when we met at that hotel? Do you
I think it
remember?
was, it was, I don't remember the hotel, but it was for the Fitness Fest
It
conference in
was Fitness.
Arizona.
That's
That's
right. It was
correct. Yeah,
Fitness
yeah.
Fest. Yeah.
That was
Okay.
our first event from the Bollywood class as well.
Oh,
So,
okay. Very
yeah,
good. Very
yeah.
good.
We need to have Janice on sometime.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's awesome. She's
She is
awesome.
so
Yeah.
great. She's
Aruna,
so
you're
great.
not in Arizona. You're in California?
That's right. I live in Bay Area, California.
Okay.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Beautiful. So you have been teaching fitness now since how long?
I would say probably around 20 years now. I've been a
Wow.
fitness instructor, started as a student initially, and then the instructors, it was a Bollywood class where I was learning
Mm.
and just doing it. And then the coach reached out to me, said, "Hey, do you want to be an instructor? You seem to be very good." And that's how first
Oh.
I became and stepped into that instructor role. And behold, being a doctor and being a fitness instructor are two different things where
You
total.
had already been practicing medicine at that point?
That's
Okay.
correct. I was practicing already. I was an internist taking care of patients and, diagnosing and treating them. And this was total different arena where I stepped in. And I was learning from the coach. And then I said, you know what? Why are the knees hurting? Why are the backs hurting when people do things? And so I started exploring, because my curious mind led me to the AFA fitness certification, primary fitness certification. So
Mm.
I ended up doing that, So my biggest one lesson is that fitness trainers, we are different compared to the doctors. Doctors don't know, they know the medicine. I don't want to
Mhm.
derail them. We know how
That's
to
right.
take care of people, but when it comes to a lot
Absolutely.
of these musculoskeletal fitness related things, we are not trained in it. We are not
Mm.
trained in
That's
it.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Very
So
interesting.
yeah, if a patient has a knee pain, I'm like, oh, okay, you have a knee pain. Let me treat you. Okay, don't do exercise. That's the first thing most of the doctors tell you.
I
Don't do
It
know.
is.
exercise, right? And
I
I'm like,
think
It's
that's
so
why I
true.
what?
stopped going to doctors because I was like, they're just going to tell me to not work out, and I'm not going to do that.
That,
Right. Right.
so easy. I mean, like, it's not easy. It's a common thing, right? That's what we are taught. Rest, ice, put the ice, rest it, and take, and,
Sure.
medications to make it better. And,
Sure.
what I've learned is I went to sports medicine conferences after that. Like, I am explored further. And I became the trainer for our fitness instructors, saying, okay, this is how you do it, change this, change that.
Mm.
I continued to do that and did a lot of training for the instructors. We had a trainers program for our Bollywood, extreme Bollywood program, and then
Yeah.
continued doing that. Then COVID hit when we had to change the gears and became all online like everybody else.
Mhm.
Even in spite of all these times, I have never quit on fitness because I think that's one thing it differentiates medical providers from the rest of the world. As
Of
fitness
course.
instructors, we are the frontline people compared to rest of
Sure.
them. We are in the preventive world, right? We are making them
Mm.
exercise and making, we talk about eating right, because that's the common
Mm.
energy there where you are all with a group. And the biggest thing I've learned is community builder, right? I have a huge group
Mm.
of community now just from that fitness classes. So the
Oh.
meetings I go to or people I meet are not the doctors all the time. It's I have a big huge community outside. So that
Oh.
community building, it's one of the pillars for lifestyle medicine community, having people
Oh.
around you. So that also comes from our fitness trainers, right? So we should be so proud of ourselves for doing that. So I'm talking all like a fitness instructor, not as a doctor, because my energy flows from who I am as a fitness trainer.
Oh,
I
that's
love
so
So,
this. I
great.
love that you identify almost more as a fitness instructor than as a doctor.
because I think that is the front line where I can prevent things. I am more into preventive mode than
Hmm.
treating mode, right? So yes, I
Hmm.
do give medications. I know
Of course.
there are studies showing they prevent things, but how can I make impact than more than just a doctor? And I think prevention is
Mm.
the cure. And I've learned a lot of my skills as an instructor, as a trainer, and going to all the fitness conferences. So I try to attend at least
Really?
one every year along with my medical conferences. Yes.
Wow. So
So
do
if you
you
don't mind,
find, do you
you go ahead
find
first,
that,
Denise.
do you find that, I would imagine the answer is yes, that your education, which I'm sure is years and years of education just to get to an MD behind your name, has helped you? Does that help you as a fitness trainer?
It does. It does
Yeah.
because I can connect the dots much more faster than anybody
Mm,
else when
that's
I'm
right.
talking.
That's right.
So it does definitely help. And then
Yeah.
my fitness world helps me in my treatment world because I'm
Mm.
also a palliative care physician. I was mentioning I don't practice primary care anymore. Do you guys know what
Oh,
palliative care is all about?
why don't you refresh our memories?
Okay. What do you know about it? Let me ask, because this is one of the questions when I ask, everybody gives me a wrong answer because they
I
have
don't, I
Googled it.
guess the answer is I really don't know.
You and I talked about it the other day, so I don't know that it's completely fair, but I know it's end of life
Yeah.
care.
Oh, end of life care.
It is
Wow.
not about end of life care, it's about living life. Okay.
Oh,
So it is
okay.
about living life, right? Like when person has a chronic condition, a lot of things change. It's a ripple effect. It affects your
Mm,
emotions, if it affects your finances, it's affecting your family, it just like, everything is affecting along with that illness. So
gotcha.
people are dying every day, not one day. Right? So
Gotcha.
how do you support a person going through that chronic illness, being their family, being their support, guiding them along the way, right? We all
Hmm.
die, but
Of
how do
course.
we die also is important. Did we talk to our loved ones? Like, what does it mean? Like, how does it look like if I am this, I'm this? So nobody seems to talk about that. So those are all the things which we talk about in palliative care world. So we
Mm.
prepare for your end to have a dignified death rather than
Oh.
miserable painful death where we are like, oh, I want to live, I want to live. Yes, you will live, but there is still an end. And if that end is
Mm.
coming, how do you want to end your life? um
Wow.
so it's
That's
from the
beautiful.
beginning. Thank you.
So you're dealing with some deep mental, psychological stuff too.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
because, but then, as their provider, my goal is for them to live every day, not die every day. We all die
Mm.
one day. So, how do
Yeah.
you do that? And that comes, I talk about exercise with them.
Yeah.
They go, oh no, I can't do, I'm dizzy. So, I make them sit in the chair and put the video, say, okay, this you can do, just to energize. They go, oh yeah, I can do that. So, just relating to them from that perspective, like studies have shown exercising, eating right, mindfulness, all of
Yeah.
this prolong life of a person in spite of their cancer journey or any of the chronic journeys they are going through.
Oh my
When they're
Lord.
like, yeah, so why did I bring that? Because life is one shot, like 4,000 weeks, I'm hearing. If you guys
Wow.
don't know or not, we have 4,000 weeks to live, and how do we live our
Wow.
life is the key.
4,000 weeks. I've never heard it
What is
like
that,
that
80
before.
years?
Yes,
Whew.
if we
I'm
live
running
80
out.
years, is 4,000 weeks, and we already have crossed half of it. But living with purpose in life is what's important. And I think that's what we are as instructors. We have a purpose of changing people's life, right?
That's
It's
right.
changing
That's
people's
right.
life
Oh, I
one
think
at a
so many
time.
would agree with you on that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you, Aruna, I'm just curious if you don't mind my backing up. Did you already know how to, did you do Bollywood dance in India when you lived there?
Yes, so Bollywood is nothing but Indian movie dances,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
Bollywood.
Yeah.
Like we have Hollywood, they changed it to Bollywood
To
because of
Bollywood,
the
of course.
Bombay and all that.
Right.
I was a classical dancer. I learned
Ah,
classical dance,
okay.
and then I'm a folk dancer from Andhra. Andhra has a different. That's why you can see in my choreography there is a lot of folk dancing in my
Oh, okay.
choreographies when I do them. But the
Okay.
main thing, so I did that and I was doing all that. But medical school changes everything because you're all studying, 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 studying.
Say, steady. Yeah, exactly. No
And
time for
then
dancing anymore. Yeah.
exactly right. So and then came to United States and still same thing, right? Like you're trying to build your life, doing all these
Right.
exams, and then I had a daughter during that time. my daughter was like 2, 3 years old when she started moving, like moving her butt. So I started
Aw,
choreographing dances for her,
aw,
and that's
that's
when I
it.
met Nirmala, who
Nirmal.
Dennis,
Yes,
and her
yes.
daughter and my daughter. I used to choreograph for them. We would perform in
Mm,
the events and stuff.
very
Then
nice.
it became like a group of 10 people, slowly and behold. And then I said, I want to learn too. And I joined a class, and that's when my
Hmm,
journey started into being a trainer and then
that's
learning more
awesome.
about it and being where I
Mhm.
am today.
Okay, well, that's good. I didn't know that you were classically trained. Okay, back to, sorry, I didn't mean to go off target. Kelly?
So lesson number 1, repeat it for me, please.
So, lesson number one, we are the lifestyle changers for people, right? We
Yes.
are the community builders, number two. And not
Mhm.
only that, we also are people who, the first thing they can talk about, right? Like, where they come to you saying, hey, I'm trying to lose weight. So, you give them the nutritional advice and to do this and do that. So, you're basically their one stop shop for everything they need as a lifestyle person. You talk
And
to
if I
them
can
about,
steal from number 1, we're the one-stop shop for the preventative before they
right.
have to see the doctor.
Yes, exactly. So the preventative, we are those people. We are the front line for their nutritional advice and guide them, saying, hey, maybe it's time for you to see the doctor or go further,
Mhm.
whatever. And then community, right? We bring the community them. We celebrate birthdays, we are celebrating things, we are getting to know them.
Mhm.
And I've learned all that. And actually, all of that leadership. See, that's the other thing, right? You become a leader because you're
That's
leading
true.
Mhm.
people at that point, right? You're
That's
not
true.
one of the people behind the backs. You are in front, so you are developing your skills as a leader, how to communicate with them, how to rally them together, how to bring them back into your class, and which I think
Mhm.
Kelly will be helping you a lot more, and how to get your customer in, because that's all our skills, and that makes you a leader. And
Mhm.
actually all of those skills has helped me to be upfront in. I'm kind of an introvert, but it slowly because you're so passionate about teaching, and education is my piece. I know one thing I have to tell to the whole entire world. So was the fitness. I learned it. I'm like, I gotta spread this around, right? So so you become that fuel of energy to cascade, and for that you have to come out of your shell, and you have to come out of and then you become the leader, so where you are telling people, and those skills help you in your life, right? It
Yeah,
helped me in my life, it helped me in my profession.
yeah,
So where I can do things and lead people and do stuff. So we are leaders. So, and that
that's
would
so
be my
true.
third thing to tell to our trainers, that who we are.
That
um,
is so
That's
good.
great.
I do think that's really important. Like it's a simple concept, but it's really true because so many of us we go into it, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. We never recognize that piece that you're the leader and that you have responsibilities and skills as a leader that bleed into other areas.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
nice job. I love the list.
And
Great.
so I'm curious, and I want to add to you're saying that you're an educator, but I also think you're a very caring person too, Arun. I think that's what, yeah, really, I think that you care to help
Mhm.
people feel better. And I think many fitness professionals do. They want to see their students and their
Mhm.
clients do better, lose weight, feel
Yeah,
better, develop community,
exactly.
get rid of
that's
their
so
chronic
true.
disease, whatever. So I want to add that to your
You
list.
know,
Oh, thank you.
that's such a great point. Not only Aruna, because it comes out in the list that you're a very caring person, that your first kind of priority is for people to live, and that we're the
Yeah,
front line there.
that's right.
But all of us as a community too. When I first started coaching, I kept on going out there and going, let's have $10,000 months, let's have six-figure years, blah, blah, blah. People didn't care about that. They did not want
No,
to hear about making money. They wanted to hear
that's
about
right.
helping more people. And
That's true.
at the end of the day, I say it's about sales, because sales is two things. It's how many people are you helping and how much money are you making. So
That's
I
true.
talk about sales sometimes, but yeah, you can't go out there with fitness instructors and talk about money. They don't care.
Not solely. Yeah, that is true. No, they really don't. You're absolutely right.
Because we are
They do
there
care
for
about
a
helping.
different reason. That's our
Yeah.
passion. We want to change people's life. We want to make them feel better. which
Mhm.
also resonates with a profession which I am in, but it adds value, so together for me, so it makes it bigger impact on whatever I do.
I love
That's
it.
wonderful.
So these
Have you impacted some of your medical community with like when you
great
go to
question.
medical conferences, do you talk to other people and do
Yes.
you find yourself saying, look, just tell your patient to go take a walk,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I am now one of the health promotion, we call it APIC, which is Assistant Physician in Chief. We have a physician in chief, and then we have assistants, and I'm one of the assistants for our wellness, PHW, physician wellness realm and health education. So I get to put that, because I am boarded, that's why you see so many board certifications and board, because you can see how much I love all about life. It's
Yes, you
not
do.
just, it just gives me a different perspective in different arena where I practice. Obesity medicine not was not on one of my piece of pie, because I don't like to give medicines.
Yeah,
If I
I would
don't take it,
imagine.
I would not give it to you. And most of them are temporary, right? You'll get the weight back. So how do you change your lifestyle factors? How do you change your mindset? How do you set your mind? And working
Mm,
with their mindset is such a critical thing, rather than just putting them on a
Mhm.
pill and saying, even gastric bypasses. People
Mhm.
reverse them
mm.
because they start eating emotionally. How do you help
Wow.
them stop eating emotionally, right? So
Okay,
you know
Aruna, you know what question's coming because it's
I
the
was
big
just gonna
topic.
ask it. I was just gonna
We
ask
have
it.
to.
I
We
was
have
just
to.
going to ask
You
it.
brought it up. You opened the
You
can of
brought it
worms.
up. You opened it up. All right. What do you think of Ozempic?
same thing again, it is.
Semi-glutinized.
Yeah, so you stop it, you gain the weight back. It's
Mhm.
expensive, right? And also it is probably for diabetics, it's working well, but for helping weight loss. But once you can't be on it forever. So
Right.
if you stop it just using for weight loss, you're going to gain the weight back again. It's just block.
Now, what about people
Unless you
who
learn, yeah.
are in kind of metabolic syndrome? Can it help them out of that? And then they may not end up gaining the weight back. Like when you're becoming insulin resistant, you're kind of on the way to obesity. I've heard people say that it can help that situation.
It does help, but again, you cannot be on it forever unless you
Mhm.
change your lifestyle factors and modify them. Continue
Mhm.
to do that. That is the main thing which will help you in long run, right? You
Yeah.
can reverse your metabolic factors within 6 weeks by doing the right things for yourself, right?
Mm.
So should I take that expensive drug to change it, or should I be, I'm not saying any negative things about, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is
Yeah.
there are indications. But if
Sure.
I am just like a healthy person and just gain some weight where I am changing all the metabolic things, what can I do first before I look for that medication,
Right. Right.
Mm.
right?
So you're saying that we have to keep coloring. I just have to keep coloring my hair because it's always going to be gray.
If yes,
Just
unless
use a
one day you
metal.
say, you know what, I don't want to do it,
Yeah,
but
exactly. Till one day I say, let it go gray.
no. So I posted a small Instagram reel, like I was just sitting very sad, knowing that, what, to continue staying healthy, I have to exercise, eat right, and behave myself all my life. But that's the truth, right? That
Yeah,
is the
it's true.
truth, where
It's true.
one life, 4,000 weeks if we have it. And that always, like,
4,000.
weeks makes it like look so smaller, right? Life
It
Oh
is
my
short.
gosh,
does.
yes.
Life is short. And
Freaking
how
me
do
out.
You're freaking me out too. 4,000 weeks.
there is a book, by the way, there
520.
is a 4,000 weeks book on it. So if you want to read it, please read. I
Oh.
haven't read it yet, but I'm going to. That was sparked by another book called Zero, Die with Zero, which
Mm.
yeah, so that was one of our book club reads, and I was like
Is
fascinated
Die
by
with Zero all about spending all your money?
it. Die with Zero is like using your money properly,
Oh,
enjoy,
okay.
create memories,
Oh,
right?
die with zero. I
Die with
like that.
Zero. So
I'm heading in
read
that
that book.
direction, so I'm doing
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. So
Wow.
basically that's, what it is all about, fitness, right? Like when we say fitness, it's not one size fits all. Like fitness is so many other things, right? All
Yeah.
the pillars we talk in lifestyle medicine. It's
Mhm.
about eating healthy. We're not saying,
Mhm.
I don't like the word diet. People, so I
Yeah.
always I switch my mind around it.
Mm.
Diet has that die word in it, right? So
That's true.
nutrition is the
Live it.
key, right? Like,
Yeah.
so
Nutrition. Yeah.
nutrition, I always say, oh, do that. I never say diet. I just always say, let's change our nutrition. Let's talk about that. What can you eat? What
Right.
can you change? What can you just add instead of doing, like I grew up eating just the rice and all these vegetables and stuff. I never had salad. I didn't even know what a salad was.
That's
So
true. That's
yeah,
true. They
and then
don't
there
have
was
The
salad in
salad is
India.
like very American.
well,
Yeah,
like
it is.
American, I guess. Yeah. So I never
Or
ate salad.
French or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italian.
So eating salad is like we do, in northern part of India, they do eat some salads with cut cucumbers and cut onions and stuff, but not
Mhm.
salad,
Lettuce.
right?
Yeah, not salad
So
salad. Yeah.
salad. So just developing those flavors, knowing that those green, like rainbow colors, are important for your body, how that just change inside for you. And what I've realized is medical talking is different compared to my fitness talking, right? In fitness
Yeah.
talking, I have learned to peel the onion or peel the banana or the orange to give them to understand what it
Mm.
means to them, like why it is important to drink more water. So recently I asked my fitness community, okay, what is the one thing you could do for your detox? My God, everybody poured so many answers, right? Detox is a common fancy word.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, fasting, green juice, this, lemon water. I'm like, guys, simple thing, just drink enough water. Start with
Wow.
that. That's the
What
basic.
is the medical benefits of that? What is the benefits of drinking more water?
Okay,
Is it
so
only because of weight loss or are there other benefits?
no,
No?
because okay, imagine we are cells in the body, right? Like
Okay.
we are like cells and cells and cells like
Cells,
throughout,
cells, cells.
right?
Yep.
Each cell is a life organ itself. It
Okay.
has all these little machinery. How is
Okay.
that going to function? The machinery, for it to move, we need water. That's
Okay.
why 70% of our body is water.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not drinking, I'm not doing that cleansing for my body. So toxins are building up, right?
Oh.
So it's, you need that water as a vehicle for this to get out of your system and pee.
Oh.
Make sense? Like
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
80% of your brain is water, 70% of your body is water. So how do we get those water in without drinking water, right?
It's so
So
interesting.
yeah, cells get constipated. Simple terminology.
Oh, wow.
So for them to, for people with constipation, what's the number one treatment? Drink a lot of water
Water.
and eat
Okay.
fiber, right? So two
And
things we
fiber. Yeah,
tell you.
of course.
Pills again. At the end, I tell them pills if it's not working. But first, or
Yeah.
eat prunes. That would be my next thing I tell them.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
how do you increase? Like if your peeing is dark, that means you're
Hmm.
already
Dehydrated.
dehydrated.
Yeah.
So your detox, the first number one is your water intake. And people don't get enough water
Mm.
because I'm not thirsty. But thirst has nothing to do. Thirst, by the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
It's too late. Yeah.
It's too late.
Wow. That's so interesting. Because we didn't, as kids, drink water. At least my generation. I grew up in the 70s. It just it wasn't something we thought about. We drank Coca-Cola and
Yeah.
grape juice.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
never mean, like, I didn't grow up with Coca-Cola. All we had was my mom, making like lemonades at home and drinking. Because I,
right.
came from a very middle low class family where we don't have Coke. Coke is a luxury and it's a
Yeah,
toxin, by the way,
that's
right?
true. It's a toxic luxury. Yeah,
Right.
toxic
Now I
luxury.
can buy all the stuff I want, but you know what? I'm back to basics all the time. Homemade
Mhm.
Wow.
food, mom always cooked, snacks made at home,
Do
everything
you?
made at home. Yeah. So that's how I grew up. And
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I came to this country, I gained weight so quickly
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
because food was like
Really?
everywhere. Pound cake. Okay. My husband wondered, like, why am I buying 2 pound cakes? He said, we are coming next week. I'm like, yeah, but 1 week is a long time. I
Wow.
got carried away, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
until then, see, your doctor mind doesn't work. Mind is totally different. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter you're a doctor or an actor. food is food. It is a devil
Wow.
for you. Yeah.
I love
Interesting.
it.
Now, how do you address in the medical community, are you allowed to, and how do you address mental health or people, like you said, community? Do you say, I have noticed doctors asking me that lately more than they used to.
Right.
Are you,
Right.
do you find yourself depressed? Do you find yourself staying busy? Do you have friends, a circle of friends? Every now and then I get that, but is that something that you ask as well?
So that has been something new since COVID times. After
Yeah,
COVID, the biggest hit was on our mental health.
that's right.
Isolation,
Yeah,
isolation, isolation. Zoom didn't do the trick. None of them did the trick.
yeah,
Just
no, no.
connecting that people, and it really like skyrocketed. Especially I see that in the elderly population. People from mild dementia went into severe dementia just from not
Really?
being in the
Mm.
community, not being able to connect with people, and not being seeing their loved ones. So since actually now it has become part of our routine checkup to check to see, hey, everything okay? How are you doing? And then mental health has come up.
Mm, mm,
Our referral went high volumes. So, and especially the population I see now, that was hits tremendously. It's part of
mm.
my regular routine to ask them because of the nature of the work I do, because
Yeah,
obviously
of
that
course.
stage 4 cancer does affect you
Sure.
emotionally and
Of course.
psychologically, making you depressed.
Of
Um,
course.
so, but you know what? I know this is not the platform, but the main thing when you ask them what makes you them sad and depressed, it's not about them. It's about either some finances or some kid
Mm,
going to college or something different totally. It's always um, so humbling to know as human beings, our needs are different than what we are going through sometimes, right? So.
yeah,
Mhm.
for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Wow, this is so great. Do you want to talk about what you're doing and how we can help with what your business is, your fitness training business?
Sure, yeah. Now, I mean, like after COVID, what I realized was a lot of the moms, especially the Indian moms, because that became my niche at that point, were just
Yeah,
staying home, not able to get exercise, not going anywhere, even before COVID. Zoom
yeah,
opened a new door for me, right? Like, you know
yeah,
what?
me
I
too.
could probably train them from home. How about I do that? and
Right.
um and then as I get older, cardio is not my fun thing anymore, and I wanted to focus on strength
Mhm.
training, right? So
Mm,
even my cardio, my Bollywood journey, you can see a lot of fitness components. We only dance for one move, but rest of them is all either lunges, squats, and
mm.
different fitness ailments. And when I went to SCW Fitness, I did the audition for their, they have this program where you
Oh
can
yeah,
audition.
Fitness
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Idol.
yeah,
Yeah, Fitness Idol. Yeah. So I did audition for that, and Billy and Jeff and all of them. What's his name? Jeff's friend was, yeah. Anyway, so they all said, you know what? I love your Bollywood program. Don't ever give up, because you
yeah.
have all the Bollywoods are dancing, but you have these fitness elements. I really love about
Sure
that program.
do. You sure
And
do.
so it's a unique program, but again, I did not work on it as much because of my full-time job. But that carried on. Like, everybody's not a dancer, right? Like everybody's, I have 2 feet. So I transformed into this um, boot camp, which is Be Simply Awesome. Because everybody is awesome. So that's why I wanted it to be awesome. Because anytime somebody says, how are you? I go, awesome. And and I look at them, how are you you doing awesome. So that has been my favorite word as a positive word, so I picked that and said be awesome was taken. So I said be simply
Oh, I
awesome.
love Be Simply Awesome.
I
I
love
love
the
it.
name. Yeah.
I do
I really
um,
love
too.
the
I
name.
do.
so it's basically doing boot camps, and I use Tabata music for it because I love Tabata. I am trained Tabata instructor from Mindy. Mindy was the one who trained me to do the Tabata. And
Oh,
Mindy
I
then I
didn't know
Ribbon.
also,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and then Lauren George is my other favorite. Now I do her pumped
Oh,
up
she's so
strength, and
good.
yeah, so so I keep training myself with other formats, and but I kind of sometimes mix and mingle. We do Tabata yoga. thanks to SCW Fitness Conference, I learned about. And Dennis, that same music which you
That's right.
created is
That's
my
right. I was just going to
favorite.
say we did do music for that. Yep, we sure did.
So adding, so basically it's all strength training, 3 times a week from the comfort of their home. We all see them because I have a big monitor, big screen, 50 inches TV
Really?
where I project them, and I can see all of them, more bigger squares than the little small squares on the. So I'm like, you're not bending. They go, how do you see? I see.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So my eyes are all glued
yeah.
everywhere. Like, no, you're not. Oh, that weight. I think you need to change the weight. You have been using it for too long. So um, it was going well, and I think I don't have any marketing piece to it. It's just word of mouth. And and it is so reaching more community will be my goal. Changing more lives is my goal. Let me put that way, right?
Mm.
How can I impact more people? How can we get this to everybody? Whoever has joined, everybody has a fabulous, you can see our website with all the testimonials and things and little wins, right? It's not about I lost weight. That's my least of the goals. I don't have that goal because
Mm.
I'm not a skinny zero person either. I have a
Yeah.
big body frame, but I'm flexible. I can lift heavy weights, and I posted a clip recently, Bahubali movie. I think everybody can relate to that movie. Do you know
Yeah.
Bahubali movie, right? That was a
No.
no? Okay.
I gotta know it. What is it?
It's a movie, it's an Indian movie which has
What's it
been
called?
popular. Bahubali.
Bahubali. I need
Yeah.
to find it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I created a reel like carrying like 50-pound bags on my shoulders from my car, walking up the stairs and putting his clip on top, showing that the benefits of strength training, right? So strength training has so much benefits in long run
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
every
Amen.
person. Losing money, not money, losing muscle is the biggest thing which we need to worry
Yes.
about. How do you preserve that muscle? How do you,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
what is that quote from Die Young? And right,
Die
so you
Well,
young.
still
we had
die young.
Tammy Lee Webb on a while back, and she said muscle doesn't age. That's what she
That's
always said.
right,
Oh,
exactly.
I like
So
Muscle
that.
regenerates, so it never ages. And so the more you're building muscle, the more you are not aging.
yeah, just so losing the
Mhm.
muscle, like now I'm studying so much about the muscles and how important it is eating, so the muscle has become my key, and that's how the strength training program works. So
Amen. Amen.
That's what I keep hearing. I don't love doing strength training, but I'm pushing myself to do it. I prefer
Mhm.
cardio because of the high and the feeling of the high.
Oh
right,
my
right.
gosh, but strength training, I feel like makes you so much more comfortable and it makes things like shrink.
I
Makes
know.
everything fit better.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't enjoy doing it. I guess it's something I do
I
it,
I
but I
I
don't
will
enjoy
send
it.
you a picture of mine before and after the strength
Okay,
training. You'll
really,
Oh,
see, and
yeah.
really,
oh my God,
really,
I'm
Aruna.
like, I was working out so much before, but huh? So I should
Okay,
have,
please
yeah.
do. I'd love to
So
see that.
yeah, I'll share
You
it with
have
you.
such a wonderful energy, Aruna. You
Oh,
have the best attitude.
Mhm.
I was saying before how we became fast friends. It was so strange. I didn't even know you two. And I went to your hotel room in the middle of the night. It was like dark. I remember it being dark. And I'm like, I don't know them, but here I go.
some things are always meant to happen, and
That's
I'm a
right.
big believer in that, right?
Yes.
Always the paths cross when we are like-minded people, and we are connected somehow. So
It's
Kelly, I never
Amen.
wonderful.
speak with her, but always connected. I have no idea. I follow her, and I love her energy, and then I seen
Oh,
you, together. But then when you said, oh, I'll ask Kelly to connect with you, I didn't even connect the dots until Kelly reached out. So
we
This
have
has been
such
a
a
really
great.
great conversation. People are really enjoying it. I wanted to show you this comment.
Mhm.
Isn't that nice? Love it. I'm
oh,
glad
oh,
it's
It's
been
beautiful.
thank
I'm
you.
so happy I found this live and info today. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, no, this is great. I had quite a few people. I sent an email out promoting, mentioning this, and I had quite a few people, at least 10, to come in and join the conversation. So I'm very excited to have you here, Aruna. You'll have to come back again another time.
Oh,
This
So
is
thank you so
everybody
great.
much.
watching, whether you're live or whether you're in the replay, make sure you leave a little note thanking Aruna, tag her. I'm sure she would really appreciate hearing your takeaways and what you appreciated about this talk today.
And don't forget to visit her website, besimplyawesome.com,
Thank
um,
you.
to find out more about Aruna and Bollywood dancing and everything that you have to offer. This is so great. And I can't wait to see you again in person,
Yes.
hopefully soon.
Me too. Yeah. Look
So
forward
interesting.
to seeing you. I have a conference coming up in Orlando. If I sign up, I'll let you know.
Please let me know. Yeah, that
Of
would be
course.
great.
Yeah.
This was so nice. Thank you, Aruna, so much for coming. And I think that's it, right? Have a great
Oh, yeah.
day.
No, don't leave. We have to wrap this up, but
Oh,
I'm going to take
okay. Wrap it
Aruna
up.
and just put her in the green room. Thank you so much, Aruna.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye, Aruna.
So
This is
that was
great.
wonderful. Thank you for suggesting that interview. That was so good.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay.
She's such a special lady. I love her energy. She has
Mhm,
such a positive attitude. She's always been like that since the day I met her. And she's just very knowledgeable.
mhm.
So
Really cool stuff.
how'd you want to wrap up?
Well, I just wanted to say bye to you. You've been taking off really quick lately, and we haven't gotten to like go here and just
Sure, sure.
debrief for a second. But yeah, just thank you for suggesting that. Anything that you need to let people know before we go?
We're doing a Memorial Day sale early. So if you want to pick up some downloads, which is different than we're usually um,
Oh,
mentioning the
yeah.
Vibes app, but if you need some downloads, you want to just
That's
purchase a
royalty-free
few.
music?
No, they're popular songs, covers
Oh,
of
okay.
Muscle Mix brand. They're 50% off all month till May 20, whenever Memorial Day is, May 27th. So instead of
Excellent.
$14.99, we're talking like $7, $8 a download, a 60-minute download. So
Nice.
visit musclemixes.com for that. And what about
Excellent.
you? You have anything you want to say?
Well, I'm doing my free 3-day training this week. Aruna's going to be there with us. She's going to learn some
Oh,
stuff for promoting Be Simply Awesome. Um,
yay.
I'm teaching all about how to leverage your time so you can stop doing so much hourly and one-on-one and start
Yeah,
making more money and helping more people. The address is right here to get registered. So
okay.
learn.fitprosconnect.com/MMB. We had our first lesson today, and that is out there in recorded form in the group. So you'll get that right away when you join. And then we will be live tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday at noon
Oh, how
for more
exciting.
lessons.
So
All
great.
right.
All right. Yeah, Kelly's the best. Go check that out. This was really
Thanks,
great.
Denise.
I loved having Aruna. I think we need to bring her back again another time.
Let's
It
do it.
was really, really interesting to see how she, you know, mixes both of her two educate. It's so different. They're so
Yeah,
different than
it's
one
a
another,
great
the way she
perspective.
explained it. Whereas one is preventative and one is here's a pill, take care of,
Mhm.
to fix you, to cure you, which has its place. I mean, if I break my leg, I'm going to want to see a doctor, but things like that.
Yeah.
So it was great. All right,
Okay,
Kelly, thank
we will
you as
see you next week,
always.
y'all. Same time, same
See
place.
everybody next week. Bye, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Okay.